Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. So, I did not expect to be making two videos today, but we had a Woj bomb go off here, and I kind of want to talk about it because I think it's a huge move for Dallas. Not so huge for Houston, but in case you guys don't know, the Houston Rockets have traded Christian Wood to the Dallas Mavericks for the 26th pick in the 2022 draft, so this year's draft. Boban Marjanovic, I don't know how to say that, but it is what it is. Trey Burke and Marquise Chris and Sterling Brown has been included in the deal. Now, immediately, I think this is great. I mean, great for Dallas. For Houston, Houston's a little different here. But I'll talk about Houston at the end. I think Houston got kind of an even deal, but just the idea of how much better they're making Dallas, it's kind of like, you traded him to the team across town, essentially, right? Like, you traded him to Dallas, and I would have understood more trading Christian Wood to, like, an Eastern Conference team, mostly because, like, at least you would play against him less and you don't gotta compete against him in the playoff standings. But this was a very, very good move for the Dallas Mavericks. I mean, it's a pretty even trade, I think, as far as getting rid of a guy you're gonna end up having to get rid of. But it feels like highway robbery because the Dallas Mavericks just got a really, really good player for essentially a quarter of their roster, who are guys that weren't major contributors. In this trade, if we look at the Houston side of things, Trey Burke is definitely going to see minutes. Boban will most likely see minutes. Sterling Brown and Marquise Chris, I'm not sure of, mostly because Houston has Alprin Sung, if I said that correctly. And at this point, it's pretty obvious by making this trade that Paolo Banchero is on their radar. I think they're going to take Paolo Banchero. I think this kind of confirms it if they get him. If it's not Banchero, it's going to be Chet Holmgren. So it's going to be one of the two. And something tells me that, like, Houston already knows OKC is picking Chet Holmgren at number 2, because I feel like if they didn't, they wouldn't have made this trade. So I feel like Banchero to Houston is kind of confirmed by this trade. But you get the 26th pick in the draft as well, and this gives Houston the ability to trade that 26th pick up even farther. Maybe they trade the 26th pick up in the draft for, who knows, maybe the 15th pick. Charlotte's looking to move the 15th pick. So maybe they could trade up that far and get another solid player in the draft. There's a lot of possibilities here for Houston. So who knows? I don't know what they're going to do, but they got a lot of bodies for one guy. And they got the 26th pick in the draft. I think what they're going to try to do is maybe take the 26th pick and Marquise Chris, or the 26th pick and Boban, and try to move up. That's what I think is going to happen here. So, looking at this from the Dallas Mavericks standpoint, now this is where things get interesting, because Christian Wood for the Houston Rockets played 68 games this year. He started 67 of them. He shot 62% from the free throw line, which is not the greatest. But he shot 50% from the floor and 39% from 3, while averaging 18 points a game, 1 block a game, 0.8 steals a game, and 10 rebounds a game, okay? And this is an ideal fit. I mean, an ideal fit for Dallas. I mean, you couldn't get really a better fit than this. And the reason I say that is because Christian Wood is not only a good paint defender, you know what I'm saying? He's a guy who can block shots around the basket, but he's a solid perimeter defender as well. Like, he is a guy who is able to defend the basket on the perimeter and up front. You know what I'm saying? He can step out on the wing and defend a guy, where there's not a lot of guys in the NBA who are versatile like that. And when you send him to Dallas, of all places, where he's playing for Jason Kidd, who's a defensive-minded coach, I mean, I want to be honest. Christian Wood, his health is a serious question. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how many games he's actually going to play. I'm hoping that it's more than the amount of games Kristaps Porzingis played for Dallas. But The difference between Christian Wood and Kristaps Porzingis is, yes, Porzingis might be better at blocking shots, okay? But it's the idea Christian Wood provides you with more versatility. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy who can bang around the basket a little bit. He shot the three at 39%. I mean, you can't ask much more from a stretch four than that. He's not, probably, honestly, because Luka Doncic takes so many shots, he's probably not going to score 18 a game and grab you 10 boards. But he's definitely good for, I think, 8 and 15 or 8 and 14 along the lines of that. Maybe 8 and 15, 8 and 16. I could see that, right? But I think this gives Luka Doncic not only another decent defender, but another guy who can stretch the floor. Luka Doncic can still do whatever the fuck he wants here and still have a great number 2 player on his team. Obviously, Christian Wood is not like a star player really by any means, but he's a solid 4 option. And it leads me to think, I kind of think Dallas also made this move. I'm not sure who's an unrestricted free agent on their roster, but I do know they have Maxi Kleber and Dwight Powell, and Powell is more of the, go to the basket and dunk type of guy, which I don't think he's really been the same since his injury. I think he tore an ACL or some shit last year or the year before, and I don't think he's been the same player since. And Maxi Kleber is it's Maxi Kleber. You know what I'm saying? He's a good player, but he's not as good as Christian Wood. So who knows? Dallas might be I'm pretty positive they're either not bringing one of them back or one of them is not re-signing. So it could be something of that sort. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm kind of making this video on a whim, but it's the idea. Great trade for Dallas. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm playing fantasy basketball this year, I might fuck around and take Christian Wood after this because he is now, I think, arguably the second or third best player on the team. It really depends if Jalen Brunson comes back or not. But at least now if Jalen Brunson doesn't come back, it's not the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? You can always go out and get another point guard. Granted, you're not going to get Jalen Brunson scoring maybe, but at least you have some insurance. You know what I'm saying? That's what Christian Wood provides here, some insurance. And I think Christian Wood's going to be a great fit for Dallas. I mean, a great fit. And the idea that they're already a good defensive team, he's a good defensive player. He adds to their scoring output a little bit. The guy can shoot the three. He can dunk the ball really well. I mean, he's a good, solid, all-around player. And I think people are really underestimating the impact this trade's going to have for Dallas. I really do. I think trading for Christian Wood and giving up what you did to get Christian Wood, I think that's a phenomenal return. So I don't know, man. We have to wait and see how this pans out, but trade season has officially begun as of tonight. You know what I'm saying? We're leading up to the draft here. We're going to start seeing trades. Be expecting a lot of trades during the draft, I think, as well, because there's a lot of teams looking to move picks. A lot of guys, Malcolm Brogdon could be on the move for the Pacers. Miles Turner could be on the move. There's a lot of guys who could be on the move during the draft. I can't really think of anybody else off the top of my head at the moment, but yeah, really like this trade for Dallas. Houston, you got a lot of players, but I think Houston's going to try to trade up in the draft now that they got the 26th pick and Boban or Trey Burke or somebody. I really feel like they're going to try to move up in the draft here and maybe get another solid draft player, solid player out of the draft. So tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. Like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more on the Fast Break Report. And I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.